My life was very powerless, very unmanageable, most definitely. Most definitely.
It was a wake-up call for 44-year-old Rhonda Heisler.
I come from a very dysfunctional family. My mother was an alcoholic. She left when I was about 2 years old.
It was Rhonda's 207th arrest, ranging from drugs to alcohol to prostitution.
My father worked and was a decent man until I was about maybe 6 years old, and my father started molesting me till I was 8 years old and I left home.
Some would say that it wasn't her fault, that the cycle began at an early age.
And I ran away from home and went to California, and within 24 hours, I was sold into trafficking for prostitution. I was introduced to drugs and alcohol, and became very addicted very early.
In June of 2010, with her 2 daughters, Elizabeth and Freda, in the car, Rhonda was again arrested for drunk driving, the arrest that sent her to prison.
Police department called and said, "I have one of yours." And you never want to hear that as a pastor. We knew that Rhonda, with her history, there was going to be jail time to serve. But our focus that day was we've got to get these girls. So our social worker at the Brentwood campus began working immediately. So Rhonda was arrested on Thursday. The girls were in the children's home care by Monday.
Lizzy was basically a co-parent. Rhonda was a single mom, so she had to leave her work very early, and so they didn't have much of a childhood, I would say.
Lizzy adapted very well. She went in and went to sleep. But Freda, that was about the time when the tears started. I think she finally realized that she was in a new place with new people, and so I just sat her in the chair with me, and we just sat in the chair for a while. And she cried and I cried, and after about 30 minutes she said, "I'm ready to go to sleep." So I took her back to her room and tucked her in the bed, gave her a kiss, and she rolled over and went to sleep.
A normal day in the cottage is like we get up, we get dressed, and we come and eat breakfast, and then we all have fun and smile. And
we get on the bus, go to school, and have our normal school day, our schedules. And then we come home and we do our homework, go outside and have fun, and just play for a while because we have more light time out there. Miss Martha or Miss Pat calls us in for dinner, and we come inside and we all sit at the table all together, and we do prayer together, we do devotions, and then we all just we have fun at the dinner table because some of our girls in our cottage are crazy, and it's just us. And it's so much fun here.
And he wants to use you to be a blessing to others. All right, let's pray.
You can kind of, a lot of times, just see the stress just release. They start seeing, okay, this is a safe place. I am going to be cared for. I am going to be loved. And they realize that this is, their home.
Yeah, I love it. If she painted this, I love it.
They're just regular little girls having a good time. They love their mother, and I know they want to be with their mom full time. But if you can't be with your mom, the children's home is the place to be. And so they're loved and they're cared for and they're safe. And I think knowing that allows them to kind of flourish as much as they possibly can.
These girls that we care for have come from such rough backgrounds and have had to face such traumatic things and such grown-up things while they're still so young. We want them to see that there's more than what they have seen in the past, that your past is there, but it doesn't have to define your future. And if we can teach them that, then that's a positive thing.
Children's Home has been a really big part of all of this, bringing us back together. They slowly did the process of the parent and the children coming together where it wasn't so stressful. Financially, they have helped out a whole lot as far as allowing me to stay here at the Children's Home and save money. And not once have they left me out or made me feel less than a mother should feel. And in the process of all of that, I got a lot of parenting, and which has helped a whole lot. I have a relationship with the girls that I've never had before. And now I'm in the process of the girls coming home, and within about a couple of days, they'll be coming home for good with me.
And I also just think that the time the girls have spent here has been positive for them in seeing the potential that they have. That, you know, that they don't have to get locked into that cycle. They've been able to look and see, wow, there's all this out there and all this stuff that I could be doing if I make the right choices and do the right things.
It'll be interesting to see what the Lord does with these young girls in the future, what their experience will help them with later, and the people they'll bless because of what they've gone through. I imagine they'll be able to walk some people through some hard times like they've endured.
I just like to say thank you. I could not have done this without God and this program that you have here. Thank you for allowing God to work in our lives.